today. From TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. On the opening play, here's Ryan. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 108 yards.
Well, they set a nice tone in Week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get to play action and throw the ball deep later on.
Off the play fake, here's Ryan. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. A give for Taylor running right side. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The Colts at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And this would be quite a start for them if they could win 2 straight on the road.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't do him any favors. They gave him 2 road games right out of the gate. But the thinking on the team has to be, imagine if we win these 2 games. What a setup for the rest of the season for us.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here's Rodgers on the return. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. 2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action, Ryan. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That goes for a gain of 31. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Week 2 underway around the NFL, and a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener, the 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here comes the end around as Ryan will just leave this for his wideout. And he'll be out of bounds. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Rodgers to return it. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Colts to take over. They were able to defeat Houston last week. They lead things here as well as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll start with a give to Taylor. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Sometimes the visuals don't exactly work out the way you expect. They wanted to let him use his size there and float one up to him, but he wasn't able to get any separation. The DB was right on him and forced the incompletion.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. They go play action with Lawrence. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Etienne up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Patterson's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team.
And it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 31, Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Lawrence going to throw again.
This is caught. It's Kirk.
And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Open man right side is Ingram. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. On 2nd and goal,
Lawrence.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones as the first half is winding down.
And the Jaguars are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here this close to their goal line.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game.
As everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 22.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Now Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Lawrence will throw.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Back to the ground with Etienne.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Etienne.
fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. And Ingram hauls it in.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. Lawrence.
And his throw is incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Lawrence hit and the ball is free.
And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
47 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts 1st down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play.
Back now in Jacksonville. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. He's got a man complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Ryan, a little pop pass, jet sweep.
And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Ashton Doolin.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
So that drive in total 8 plays, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Lawrence. Screen play, here's Etienne. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw again on second down. Lawrence. Etienne bringing in another one. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And to throw again is Lawrence. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? They had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They run once more with Taylor. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Colts, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early.
This is the development trait. This is the abilities tab. Here you can see what abilities.
No, I don't swim, but I give up. Get up in your chest while I soak up my success. Getting tokens for your stress. I'll be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage. Acting real suck like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you handsome. You ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on. Down. The best friend, she went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting I'm gone, so yeah. Headed where the homie live, cause it's on, though. Yeah, I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo. So my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong, though. That's against a bro code. Headed to his home, though. No, we living solo. Vertebrae. Got this broken to his place. It's chin in his face, yeah.
These players are on the last year of their contract. Re-sign them to avoid. Choose from 4 preset offers that range in level of risk.
my day ones, here to dance it up again.